Maybe you're like me, every once in a while you have days where you kind of just wake up and you're just not necessarily like in the best mood ever, and we all have those days, and there are days that things just don't go as planned. There are days that you start out with really positive outlook and then something just kind of throws it off and you just end up kind of feeling like you're in this funk. And the thing is, obviously, as a professional or as a business owner who deals with clients and deals with people, it's important to obviously do everything you can to continue to put on, the best smile and the best attitude no matter what, because regardless of how tough the day is, you obviously still have to perform as a professional. We're all humans, so there's no way that we're obviously always going to be in the best mood ever and we're always going to be smiling, and we don't need to even fake that. But I think it is important to realize that as a business that deals with clients, it's important that when you are dealing with clients, I think you do have a responsibility to always show up to them as happy, easy to work with, ready to kind of do the job that they hired you to do regardless of what's going on in life. We've all experienced working with that person that you can just tell when they're not in a good mood and they just really show it on their sleeve. And honestly, I can be one of those people, but I'm really trying my best to continue to just figure out how I can get myself in a better mindset as quickly as possible so I can get to the professional that I want to be. For me, one of the best ways is to just think about all that's going good in life. And there's a lot of good stuff happening. Friends, hope you're doing fantastic. Hey, real quick before I start this vlog, I'm shooting this entire vlog on the A7S III in natural profile. So not a picture profile, not log, not Cine 4, not S-Log, nothing. Just natural profile. Because I just want to test out profiles and see how they look. So let me know what you think. No doubt about it, the hardest thing about getting a new camera is trying to decide what picture profile to use. And when it comes to Sony, I feel like the options are just sometimes overwhelming. Sometimes just hard to decide or even know the difference. But one thing I always try to do is on every camera I have to find the best picture profile for the most natural oh my goodness, that's... So in the last video I did, I shot that entirely in S-Log 3, which I absolutely loved the result and what I got from it. But I think it's always good to have like a go-to profile. And what I mean by like a go-to profile is like, what is the profile that you can use for just a very natural, out-of-camera look? Look at you drinking hot coffee. You growing up so fast right in front of our eyes there, Ben.
It's starting to get cold outside. I got to. I'm sorry.
It's 50 degrees today. That's, it's not that cold.
That's cold for me.
All right, we're getting ready to film another video here. This has become like my little go-to setup here in the office. We just flip the table depending on where we're actually filming, but D&O light, love this light. Shep's microphone, of course. This one we're doing all about Ecamm Live. Then C200 over here, and we'll shoot kind of in this direction. We just changed the scene up a lot just to vary it up a bit, but these are the types of videos specifically that Ben has been helping me a lot with, because over the course of like the last bunch of years, obviously there's a lot of times when I want to talk about like a dedicated thing, like whether it's a software or some sort of product or something, and when in the midst of doing all the work that I normally do, it's hard for me to just sit down and do like a standalone video on a specific topic or specific thing. So we've been trying now to consistently do like maybe one a week or maybe film 2 a week, so that there's always something available to edit that is kind of a different standalone thing on my page. I want my YouTube to obviously be a mixture of a bunch of different type of work, and it would be cool to have some standalone stuff, some vlog stuff, maybe some tutorial stuff, and just kind of keep consistency with knowing that you don't know what to expect, but you always know that you can expect more content. So that's what we're doing today, filming a little video, and then Ben will get to work editing it, then we'll knock it out. All right, filming went great, talking all about Ecamm Live, no question, the best software for live streaming. In related news, I've been eating a little bit more healthy. I mean, not super healthy, but I mean, a salad every once in a while is a huge improvement, right? It's always odd when I get the chance to talk to high school students, because I was probably the worst high school student in history, but I get the chance to do that. I'm hopping on a Zoom call with a bunch of high school students to talk about like business and entrepreneurship and photography and all that stuff. It's so fun, but it just seems so not correct. It's like bringing someone to talk about basketball that just hates basketball. I won't tell them that though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how did you? Again, I know it was kind of a lot, but like, what made you go from like a one-man show videographer to an actual business that you now pay people to
Yeah.
work for you?
I mean, for me, it was all about, number one, like the scalability side of, I know that there's only so much that I could do by myself. And I also know that the best work that has ever come out of like the company now has been with the collaborative ideas and workflow that we have. And I've always been someone that likes bringing ideas to people and brainstorming things about people and working on edits together on things and going over things together, because I think the best ideas just come from teamwork and they come from working together with people. Obviously, you deal with that even as students in school. You know, you have group projects and different things. And sometimes it's hard. Like, I think it's hard for some people to go from a mentality of like, I'm the one person that does everything, I make all the rules, and then suddenly you have to work with people. That is a very tough adjustment for certain people to deal with, because sometimes it's hard for them to let go of control. But I found that the more and more that I let go of little things, especially when I started, I went from like by myself to one employee. That was the hardest transition. Now going to multiple employees and building a team that way has been way easier for me, because I already have seen the great things that come out of collaborating and letting other people make decisions on things that I wouldn't necessarily agree with, that it becomes easier and easier. And now I love having new people come on board, because I'm thinking to myself, man, what things could they bring to the table that we may have not thought about? Because we all have like incredibly unique brains, and we all have skill sets that other people don't necessarily have. And the worst thing we could do is bring on somebody that is skilled or that has their own unique perspectives and creative perspectives and tell them they have to do it the way that we do it, because that's not really utilizing what makes them unique. Well, that went super well. That was fun. I like trying to give as much advice as I can, because I think it would have been awesome to have like opportunities like some of the students these days have. When I was in high school, I feel like we had to learn so many things that were so pointless. Now these students get to at least learn like about photography and about entrepreneurship. That would have been nice, because didn't have that. Back in my day, that's how you know you're old. You use that term, back in my day. I had the chance to have a great conversation with someone who watches this channel, Noah, if you're watching this channel. Awesome, loved having a conversation with you, and I love getting the chance to do some of those one-on-one consultation things. They're still one of my favorite things I get to do, because I get to connect with you guys and provide value in any way that I can. What a fun conversation. It was such a productive overall day, I think in part because of the fact that I put my phone on Do Not Disturb this morning for something I had to do, and I forgot that it was on Do Not Disturb, so the entire day I didn't get bothered at all by my phone. I mean, I did miss a bunch of emails, but nothing super important, but still, maybe that's a new thing I gotta try.